What's going on, guys? Welcome to another motovlog. Today I thought I might bring you along down the waterfront of Geelong. Now some of it's pretty nice, some of it's not so nice, but as you can see, decent views until about 5 minutes from now when we hit the refinery. Okay, so today's video is going to be for people who haven't started riding yet. So I'm going to explain how to get into motorcycle riding. Pretty much everything I say is going to be relevant to Victoria or Australia mostly, but I'm sure a lot of it is still relevant to everybody else. So first thing I have to say is motorcycling is very expensive. It's not only just the cost of your bike, you've also got maintenance costs, licensing, gear, registration, insurance. So you have all of that stuff on top of just paying for your bike. So I'll get started with the first steps you need to take to start riding. Alright, so if you've never ridden before, the place that does all the motorcycle licensing in Australia is called Stay Upright, and they actually hold a come and try program. So what that is, they give you a couple hours, like a few hours of instruction, and you get to use their bikes, and it's a one-on-one training. So you get the feel for what it's like to own a motorcycle and how to ride it and everything like that. So that is $150. And once you finish that, if you like it and everything like that, they give you a discount on your learner course, which is the next step to getting your bike. So the learner course is a 2-day course. This is the refinery, by the way. So the learner course is a 2-day course where they put you through the little obstacle course and take you on the road and all that sort of stuff, and just see if you are able to ride and handle the bike. Now that course costs about $490, but once you complete it, you'll have your learner permit and you're able to ride your bike on the road. You don't need to have anybody with you while you ride. Once you've got your learner permit, you're able to ride on your own and all that. On your learners, there is some restrictions, like you have to wear a high-vis vest at all times, you have to display L plates, you're not allowed to carry a pillion. There's a few other things, restricted bike as well. Alright, so you've got your learners. You probably want to start looking at bikes. So if you've never ridden before, I would suggest a lower CC bike, but it's entirely up to you. 660 is the maximum allowed CC on a learners, so you can go all the way up to the street triple like I've got here. You can get a Ducati Monster that's about that, and I'm pretty sure the Aprilia RS 660 is coming out very shortly too. Okay, so when you're looking for a bike, the few things you need to look at, well, firstly is price. Don't go buying something you can't afford, and by that I mean not just the price of the bike, but maintenance costs. So if you wanted a 650cc 4-cylinder bike, your maintenance costs on those are going to be quite high. Whereas if you're on a budget and you need just something small and you don't want to spend too much money, a single cylinder 300cc will do you just fine. Those are very cheap to maintain and own, they're cheap to buy, they're just cheap all round bikes. And they're a lot of fun too. I've got the Honda, that thing is great fun. So what you want to do is have a look at a bunch of bikes, find the style that you like, go sit on a few, check the specs out, do all that, do all your research. Now you need to buy gear, and I would say for your first set of gear I would spend no less than $1,000, or at least plan for $1,000 to spend on gear. Because you're going to need your helmet, gloves, jacket, pants, boots. You're going to need it all, because I've crashed without gear and it hurt like hell. If I had knee protection, I probably would have been able to walk properly for the few days that I wasn't able to. So I always recommend to everybody to get full gear. So you've got all of your stuff, you're riding, you're out and about, you're having a blast on your new bike and all that sort of stuff. Now you need to go for your check ride. You go back to Stay Upright, they do an assessment of your riding, and that is the next step before you get your full license. So the check ride is another $250 or $240, something like that. Then after you've done that, you've been riding around for 4 months. I think it's something like that. They expect you to ride for 4 months before you can do your license. So you've been riding around for 4 months. Now you're ready for your license. So now you've got to go back to Stay Upright and do your license assessment. Now that's another $240. So all up, to get your full license, almost $1,000 in itself. We're up to what, $1,000 for your license, $1,000 for gear, say $1,000 for insurance. You got $800 for like registration every year. So if I was you, I'd be planning for about 10 grand to start riding. Now that's just sort of very, very low budget point. Obviously it can go up, like this bike here, the Triumph, cost $15,000 by itself. So obviously you can spend a lot more, you can also spend less. You can buy a second-hand bike, you can get cheaper gear, you can shop around for insurance. Plenty of options out there for you. Now also you've got your financial institutions like Afterpay or Zip or Hum. You've got all of those that can help you get started as well. So Stay Upright, all of their courses you can actually pay through Hum. So they do 5 fortnightly payments or something like that. So if you can't afford to pay it off straight away, you can have that option. There's plenty of places that will sell gear with Afterpay or Zip. Like you can pretty much use Zip anywhere. So if you can get approved for Zip, you can buy all your gear through that and pay that off over 3 months or something like that. There's plenty of options there. With registration, you can pay every 3 months if you want to. I'm not sure about everywhere else in the world, but I know in Victoria you can do that. Your insurance you can pay by month, so there's payment options there for you if you want to do all that stuff. So it's not the end of the world. You don't need to spend $10,000 straight up out of pocket. So don't get too discouraged with how much it all costs, because there's options you can work with. I could not afford to buy either of my bikes or any of the stuff I have for my bikes. I could not afford to do that straight up. Like I've been using, like I bought both bikes on finance. I pay my rego every 6 months just to save a bit of money here and there. I do monthly insurance. Most of the parts I buy are all Afterpay or Zip. Because I have to buy them so often for YouTube, I just can't afford to buy all these things straight up. So I just have to do all that just to keep things going and keep things fresh. Also, if you're not sure what bikes to buy or anything like that, or what you're allowed to ride and what you're not allowed to ride, go to a dealership. They'll tell you everything you need to know. If you have a friend that rides, ask them about it. Ask them for help. I can guarantee you they would love to help out, because at least 90% of bikers just want more bikers on the road. We just want to help everyone out. Stay Upright also have advanced rider courses, so you can do more and learn more if you like. So yeah, this is the nice part of the waterfront. So yeah, I don't know if I can actually say much more on how to get into it. I probably haven't really made much sense. I had it all scripted out, but since I'm writing I can't really read it, so I'm just sort of guessing what I wrote down, and yeah, I had it all researched, but I'm not very good at this yet, so bear with me. There's so much stuff I forgot to say and I forgot to put in this video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the script in the description so you guys can see exactly what I meant to say and how bad I am at doing these. I will get better though, I promise. Once I do a few more of these, I'll actually start remembering the script and all that. So yeah, I might just leave it here because I've gone from one end of the waterfront to the other. Can't really go any further because it's all the roads are inland. Yeah, so I'll leave it at that. I'm going to head home, have some lunch. Well, I hope this helped you out a little bit anyway. Let me know in the comments if you're a new rider. Share your experience. If you have any questions, ask away. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Click the notification button. I put out 2 videos a week now. And have a big change coming to the CB in the next couple of months, so stay tuned for that. Also, share the channel with your friends. It would help me out heaps. Anyway, that'll be it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.